Picture this. It's 11:47 p.m. Your laptop screen is the only light left in the apartment. The deadline is breathing down your neck. Your shoulders are knotted. Your eyes are burning. And your best friend texted, "Hey, still up? Need a second pair of eyes on that report?" You started typing, "Honestly, yeah. Can you jump on a quick call?" Then you backspaced every word. Sent, "Nah, I'm good. Almost done, thanks though." And kept typing alone until the birds chirped. If that scene feels uncomfortably familiar, welcome. You're not lazy. You're not arrogant. You're part of a quiet tribe who believe asking for help is more dangerous than struggling in silence. Today we're going to gently open the hood and see exactly why your mind works this way. 4 years. I may. And why that wiring is both one of your greatest superpowers and one of your quietest heartbreaks. Let's go back to the beginning, because this pattern almost never starts in adulthood. Imagine a 7-year-old coming home from school with a math problem they can't solve. They walk into the kitchen where mom is on the phone and dad is buried in bills. The child opens their mouth, and something in the air tells them, "Not now. Figure it out." Or maybe they do ask, and the answer comes with a sigh or the words, "You're smart." Over months and years, those tiny moments stack up like invisible bricks. The nervous system learns. Needing someone equals risk of disappointment, shame, or being seen as too much, so it builds a fortress instead. Psychologists call this pattern avoidant attachment in action. When early caregivers were inconsistent, overwhelmed, or emotionally unavailable, the child's brain adapted by deciding, "If I rely on myself, I won't get hurt." That child grows up into an adult who can move cities alone, launch businesses alone, survive breakups alone, and still smile and say, "I'm fine," while quietly drowning. It's not stubbornness. It's survival code written in childhood. And here's where it gets fascinating. Research shows this isn't just personality. It's measurable in the brain and in behavior. Studies on attachment theory have repeatedly found that people with avoidant styles are dramatically less likely to reach out for support, even when they desperately need it. Their nervous system literally treats vulnerability like a threat. Wanibuwam. Sanne. The same way it would treat a predator in the wild. Asking for help lights up the same alarm bells as social rejection. So the brain chooses the safer path. Pretend you don't need anyone. But the irony is brutal. While you're sitting there convinced that asking would make you look weak, incompetent, or like a burden, the people around you are actually wired to feel good when they help. Stanford social psychologist Xuanzhao and her team proved this. In a series of experiments published in Psychological Science, they found that we massively underestimate how willing, even happy, others are to help us. When people get the chance to assist, their mood lifts, their sense of connection deepens. Helping literally feels rewarding to the helper. Yet the person who needs help assumes they're imposing. So both sides lose. You carry the weight alone, and they never get the chance to feel like the hero they secretly want to be. There's another layer researchers Vanessa Bones and Francis Flynn uncovered back in 2010. Helpers consistently underestimate how uncomfortable it feels to ask. From the outside, asking looks easy. From the inside, it can feel like swallowing glass. That gap explains why so many of us delete the text, cancel the call, or say, "I got it," even when we clearly don't. You see this pattern everywhere once you start noticing it. The high achiever who takes on every project because delegating would mean I'm not good enough. The new parent who's running on 3 hours of sleep but won't ask family to watch the baby because they're busy too. The friend going through a brutal breakup who disappears for weeks rather than admit they're falling apart. It's like carrying a backpack full of bricks across a desert and refusing every camel that offers a ride because what if the camel secretly resents you? What if accepting the ride means you're weak? And society doesn't exactly help, especially in cultures that worship rugged individualism. The lone genius, the self-made success story, the "I did it my way" anthem. Asking for help gets quietly coded as failure. We celebrate the marathon runner who collapses at the finish line alone. But we rarely celebrate the one who reached out for water along the way. Yet here's the part I want you to hear loud and clear, because this is where the story flips from painful to powerful. Your refusal to ask for help is not a flaw. It's a survival strategy that once kept you safe. That fierce self-reliance, that's the same wiring that let you finish school when no one was cheering, that got you through the job loss, the family crisis, the nights you wouldn't make it. It made you resourceful, creative, and unbelievably tough. In a world that can be unreliable, you became your own rock. That's not weakness. That's a quiet kind of heroism most people will never understand. But the same strategy that protected you as a child can start costing you as an adult. Chronic self-reliance quietly raises cortisol, shrinks your support network, and leaves you exhausted in ways you can't quite name. The loneliest people are often the ones who never let those friends actually help. So what changes? Not by forcing yourself to become someone you're not. The shift happens when you realize that asking for help is not surrendering your strength. It's expanding it. I trust myself enough to still be worthy even when I'm not perfect. I trust you enough to let you see the real me. That single move turns the lone wolf into a stronger pack without losing any of the wolf's power. Think about the people you admire most. The ones who seem unbreakable. The healthiest, most successful, most magnetic humans have mastered the art of selective vulnerability. They still carry their own weight, but they also know exactly when to hand a piece of it to someone who loves them. That's not dependence. That's intelligent interdependence. You don't have to become a different person overnight. Start ridiculously small. Next time someone offers, instead of the automatic, "I'm good," try pausing for 3 seconds and saying, "Actually, yeah, that would mean a lot." Watch what happens. 9 times out of 10, their face lights up, because you just gave them the gift of mattering. And if you're watching this right now and something inside you feels tight, that's okay. That tightness is old protective armor doing its job. Thank it. Then gently remind it, "I'm safe now. I get to choose who I let in." You were never meant to do life completely alone. Your independence is beautiful. Your willingness to let others in, that's where the real magic begins. If this hit home, if you're the kind of person who always says, "I'm fine," while carrying mountains, drop a comment and just write, "I never ask." Let's normalize this together. And if you know someone who carries everything silently, send them this video. Sometimes the kindest thing we can do is show someone they don't have to be strong alone anymore. If you're new here, hit subscribe. Every week we unpack the hidden psychology that shapes how we think, love, and show up in the world. You're not broken. You're just wired differently. And that wiring can evolve. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourself. And maybe, just maybe, let someone help you do it.